Nick Kyrgios had always the talent to be a top player. Since his explosion on Wimbledon 2014, beating the world number 1 on Manic Monday at the center court, making the quarterfinals with just 19 years, he has become one of the most mediatic players, if not the most mediatic. His ratio of insane and impossible shots per match is absolutely ridiculous, and no one can deny he's one of the most talented players in tennis history. His effortless game and his showman spirit makes Kyrgios a joy to watch when he's focused and motivated. Then, what happened with this guy? Well, just that. He has been barely focused and motivated. ...2021 was really hard for Kyrgios fans, as he admitted he was not committed with the sport, and he was thinking about quitting. Every tournament he played could be the last station in his short and intense career. His mind was just not on court, and he wasn't even fit enough, as I never saw Kyrgios in that sort of form.
You know, I'm not going to say it's my last Labour Cup, but I don't know how much longer I will be around, tennis, so it was just great. I took every moment in today. And I feel like I've got nothing left to prove to myself. I'm incredibly proud of what I've achieved.
Then what changed? What has happened with Kyrgios? Why a player that was thinking about retiring, outside of the top 100, out of form, went from that to have his best career season by far, and for the first time in 8 years start to fulfill his big potential? Motivation. But well, that's pretty obvious. In 2022 we have seen the most focused Kyrgios version of all time, but not losing his essence. Nick will always be a nightmare for umpires, and will always talk monologues during his matches. He will never stop being so unpredictable. That's his essence. But right now, when the difficult moments comes, he's not afraid to face them. He has the confidence and the determination to overcome the problems. That's why I've been recopilating data from every season Nick Kyrgios has played, to understand and to show you the keys of why Nick Kyrgios is now one of the best players in the world, in terms of results, not only in highlights. His serve? Nick has been always one of the best servers on tour. Surely his serve will go down as one of the best serves in tennis history. If there is something that hasn't changed in Kyrgios' game, that is his serve. His stats on serve are very similar. From 2014 to 2022, Nick has been fearsome on the serve. Even on 2021, where he had a negative ATP record. Then, his return game? Well, we have the first key. Kyrgios had always struggled on his return game, but this year...
Literally, I'm returning like I'm Novak. Can't serve right now, but returning like I'm Novak.
Well, he's not returning like Novak, maybe, but his return stats have been absolutely fire, generating 5.3 breakpoint chances per match and breaking his rival serves more than any other year. Almost 3 breaks per match is great, really great, especially when we're talking about a player that gives so little chances when he's on the serve. And he's not only being way more efficient, he's also more implicated and focused. As we see, Nick Kyrgios is conceding a bit less than 7 aces per match, something absolutely unthinkable when we see how many aces he conceded in the past seasons. And the most important stat, he's winning the 39% of the points on the return on average. And again, winning almost the 40% of the points on the return when you are one of the best servers on tour is impressive. Very impressive. Net game? Well, here we come. The second key. I cannot show you stats from other years in the net, but his net game stats this year have been impressive. He's been way more efficient in the net than before, and not only that, he's approaching to the net way more than past seasons. Matches against world number 1, against one of the best returners in the world, where Nick was able to take control of the match with a serve and volley strat. 48 approaches to the net, 67% of the points won on the net, 0 breaks conceded against, I repeat, one of the best returners, if not the best returner in the game. Nick had always great hand skills, that's true, but his lack of efficiency on the net was worrying, and a problem that it looks he has been able to solve. A solid and an effective net game can make a big difference, especially when we're talking about such an offensive and talented player as Nick Kyrgios is. And the last and most important key to understand Kyrgios' success. He's Mr. Clutch. Kyrgios is playing so good at the important moments, saving an impressive 87% of the breakpoint chances he's facing, the highest percentage in his career by far. Look, for me the most important thing in tennis is the mental part. Who are the 2 players with most major titles in tennis? Exactly, the 2 biggest mental giants in this sport history. If Nick wanted to fight for important things again and step up a Grand Slam, he had to be clutch. Very clutch. And he has been so far. Because being clutch is not only saving breakpoints or playing good tiebreaks. Being clutch is also converting the breakpoints you have. Take advantage of the little chances you have. Roger Federer, for many tennis fans, the GOAT, has had some problems in the past with his breakpoint conversion. And this has been something determinant in the majors race against his two biggest rivals. Well, Kyrgios is not only returning better, more focused, he's also converting the chances he's creating. An insane 49% breakpoint conversion, the highest percentage in his career. Nick has been extremely regular this season. He hasn't lost a single first round encounter, and of course, he has the highest winning rate of his career, with a great 80%. It's obvious that something has changed in Kyrgios. He has decided to step up and try to find his best version. He looks comfortable, enjoying every second of the road with his team, and I think this is great for tennis. So let's enjoy the NK race while we can.